More sunshine today, which is nice. Still trying to find, I guess, the remaining places to film some cherry blossoms and so forth. And then afterwards trying to get better shots where there's actual sunlight shining on it. And with that in mind, what did I read today? How about this one, where apparently there was a milestone for hydrogen drones? This one says, China's 50-kilogram class hydrogen-powered drone sets new domestic record with 30-hour continuous flight. A 50-kilogram hydrogen-powered unmanned aerial vehicle developed by China recently completed a 30-hour continuous flight, setting a new domestic record for similar types of aircraft and reaching an internationally leading level in terms of endurance. The drone, jointly developed by the Chengdu Aircraft Industrial Group under the Aviation Industry Corporation of China, a state-owned aerospace and defense conglomerate, and Tsinghua University, achieved a breakthrough in the integrated design technology of flight propulsion and control systems based on the output characteristics of hydrogen fuel cells. According to AVIC's release, during takeoff, the aircraft innovatively adopted an autonomous integrated vehicle-mounted release method with an unmanned system consisting of an unmanned ground vehicle and an unmanned aerial vehicle. This system successfully demonstrated and validated its operational capabilities under non-standard runway conditions. That's kind of interesting. It says, during its flight, the drone equipped with an electro-optical payload is capable of effective ground patrol and surveillance. Meanwhile, by using a 5G onboard module of public network resources, the drone can transmit in real time the telemetry data and mission payload images to a remote platform, achieving dynamic remote monitoring. This collaborative model, combined with front-end inspection and back-end decision-making, demonstrates great potential in areas such as emergency communications, environmental monitoring, and border patrol. During natural disaster rescue missions, drones can remain airborne for extended periods and provide real-time imagery of affected areas. In terms of a smart city management, they, combined with AI algorithms, can automatically identify violations and trigger response procedures, according to some industrial insiders. Everyone racing to get ahead in the drone space sale, I guess you could say. And with that in mind, how about this one? This one says, A2Z Drone Delivery secures US patent covering portfolio of drone docks. It says, A2Z Drone Delivery Inc., an American aerospace and engineering company pushing the boundaries of commercial unmanned aerial vehicles, today it announced it has been granted US patent number 12258-153B2 for its portfolio of A2Z docks. Granted on March 25th, 2025, the patent covers a novel method for automatically recharging commercial drone systems from an elevated drone docking station. Combined with the company's companion Longtail Air Dock Edition UAVs, the A2Z Air Dock offers a unique ability for unmanned aerial systems to move from dock to dock autonomously, top off batteries, and pick up or deliver packages, autonomous patrol, and data collection. The Air Dock Operations Center ensures that all team members can access and leverage the drone dock network and its mission capabilities. Well, that's kind of interesting in terms of trying to recharge them over and over again as well. So who will come out ahead actually with that topic, China or the US in that regards? And with that thought, more news about tariffs and so forth, and the US and China are really going at it, huh? This one here says, Trump hits back with a 125% tariff and escalating trade war with China. From what I read, apparently the US did all that reciprocal tariffs to places, for example, like China, and then China says they're going to hit back, and they warned them, hey, don't do that. And I guess as evident here, they're increasing it even more, which makes me wonder what the heck is going to happen with all the prices for some electronics and so forth. The tit-for-tat hikes between US and China are the latest in an ongoing trade war that threatens to raise prices for consumers in America and derail China's attempt to reinvigorate its sluggish economy. The response from the Chinese government signals its determination not to bend to Trump's pressure despite the risk. To my understanding too, they're saying if they do continue to fight with them, as opposed to, I guess, quote, negotiating, China will lose because they say China exports way more than they import, so they will get hit harder, I guess you could say, in that regards. And from what I read, a lot of countries actually did start talking to the US afterwards, or they decide to drop, let's just say, fees in general to try to make it even, I guess, according to them. So if it's working for them, I don't think it's going to change, huh? But it'll be interesting how far countries like this, for example, China and the US, continue to battle in this regards, especially when so many goods and products actually come from those two places. And there was a chart in this report too saying the top US imports from China, one of them is mobile phones, of course, things like iPhones. I think that's what a lot of people are freaking out. Their iPhone's going to cost, for example, $3,000 now. Other things, for example, computers, toys, etc., etc. And apparently too, from what I read, China decided to ban, I guess, Hollywood movies from the US in reactions to this, which is kind of getting mixed results. You would think in that case, people would be concerned saying, oh no, like they're losing money and all that. But some people are actually saying, okay, that's fine with us. So let's see what happens, I guess, at the end. All right, see you guys later.